Oh, mama, I'm in fear for my life all along. I'm all alone.
Sorry for the long intro, but that is a great song. Welcome to another edition of JTJU Attack Review, episode 16. We've got this time a version of the 105-99 Dragoon. Town Hall 8 Max tacking a mid-Town Hall 8. Rokthar is the man in the chair, and what he does is rather interesting. We're going to do a little bit different here. We're going to compare his attack to a prior attack that was a 105 and try to figure out if the 99 was really needed. So let's take a look, but before we do, head nod to our band Sticks with Renegade, because Rokthar is definitely freestyling it here. Let's get to it. Alright, first attack of 2 again is the one that's going to actually end up with a 2-star. And it's actually a perfectly executed 105, but first of all, the right attack, absolutely. Notice how the ADs at the top is going to try to broadside are 5, 6 tiles apart, and then the third AD is well placed back behind. I mean, it's a classic 105 looking base. So green. Next question's the attack line, and with the 105 we want to position our dragons, our main dragon force, such that it funnels in right between the two ADs that are close together, the broadside as we call it. And in this case he comes from 12 with cuts right there, so that looks good. Green. And the cuts are actually where the attack might have started to go wrong. Let's pause it. Anytime you've got the clan castle going to be coming out to one side of your attack line, one cut side, one flank's going to take the brunt of it, you want to have more dragons on that side, like at least 2. In this case, this dragon takes the blunt of the blow, and I think he loses that guy earlier than he should have. So I'm going to give him a yellow. Next item is the deployment of the drags and then the CC loons, and it looks pretty awesome. I mean, the drags all funnel in perfectly between the broadside, the loons are pathing in, but there's a slight mistake. Do you see it? That's right. The loons from the CC are set slightly off to the left side, which is not the side that the third AD is on, so that the pathing of the loons will actually take them away from where their key objective is that third AD, and they're going to path away from it. He should have deployed it more at the 1 o'clock side. Now, I'm not sure that would have fixed it, but at least it would have given him a shot, with depending on how that AD locked to what dragon the loons might have made it. It's a long path, and it kind of leads into what Rokthar did. Anyway, the deploy is yellow. On to spells. And we've kind of already seen it be played out. I mean, he went, I think it was it was heal, rage, and I'm not a fan of the double rage. I think the final rage to get the CC loons to the third AD is good, but the other 2 should be heals because it's more important to keep the dragons in mass healthy. But I don't think that was the key of why only 2 start. Move on to the next attack. Alright, here's the star of our show, Rokthar, that ended up 3-starring this base against the same base. We're using similar attack, 105, but 1 less dragon, 4 extra balloons in case of Rokthar's attack. And the question is that mix adjustment necessary? Or was it a tactical issue in the first attack? We'll see. But either way, the attack type is probably right. Next question is the attack line, and Rokthar comes from 12 as well, so that's exactly the same, but the deployment is different in that there were no cuts. You can see he has deployed everything at 12. And you would think that's risky in terms of A, getting the dragons to the broadside, foreshadowing he does get there. But also, it might be a benefit because the CC being set off to the side there, it draws the CC to the line that he wants to be on, which is right at the broadside. So, probably equals out to a net neutral impact. But you'll see that the cuts overall, he's going to lose some dragons to the edge and not have as many in the middle. So I'm going to say it's yellow in terms of cuts. Now right here, 2 main deployments happen. One is the king, which he uses to clear out those 2 high damage sinks, which is the elixir storage and the gold storage there at 230. And I guess that's pretty good because that keeps the dragons moving to the mid and doesn't let them sit and get shot. So I think that's a good plan, good deployment. And then here's the loons coming from 230, unlike our first attack, very weighted to the side where the third AD is. So I'm going to say the deploy is a green. And then spell-wise, I would say it's a green as well because you got a lot of value out of the first 2 rages. A lot of units were in the rages, that circle, and the heal he had to place because he only had 1 dragon left in that AD at 1030, so he had to keep it up and running to keep him alive. And now you can see how the loons are continuing to survive, pushing all the way down to 530 because there were so many of them, 9 versus 5. And maybe that's the difference of offsetting for him, is that because he had 9 loons and 1 less dragon, he didn't have to worry so much about getting into the mid because the loons would survive long enough to push through to the backside. They didn't need the coverage of the loons or the drags in the mid. Either way, you can see at the end here, he's got way more dragons than the first attack did and got the 3-star. So next time you're looking at a 105 base, think maybe 99. The force multiplier on those balloons going from 5 to 9, it's probably a lot more powerful than having 10 drags versus 9 on the other side. Alright guys, that wraps up this edition of Attack Review. Hope it helped you out. If you did, feel free to comment or subscribe or like or high-five me somewhere. Otherwise, if you got time in your hands, feel free to check out the Encore prior video built today, actually this morning, showing you the, I believe it was a 105, nope, Go Wipe Snipe low, Town Hall 9, that's right. Or of course you can check out our sub, Danny Cabrera, I think is his name, Danny Cabrera. They used to be called the Two Bad Nerds that would do gaming reviews, but sadly it doesn't look like they posted in last year, so this is a review of the Wii U. Kinda cool. Alright guys, I'll let Sticks take you out from here. Talk to you soon.